Okay, I'm going to give you an update of my train. Actually, not an update, it's my first presentation, but I've been working on it now for almost 6 months, and we finally completed the layout. So, what we did first of all is we have a 10.5 foot by 6 foot table that we scratch built. The table is resting on 3 stands that fits snug and tight underneath the board, so I can lift the board off if I have to move it, or if I want to switch it around. It's very easy just to pop it off. And you can see here, we just measured everything out, put some wheels on it, and it's pretty convenient. Rather than just try to build it on one platform, you can always swing them around, change the direction. Basically, my layout is gonna be downtown Chicago. So I'm using the Digitrex DCS50 as a command controller, which you see here. And I will be running actually 5 lines. You see 4 on the track now, and I had a cool idea to add a European line because I lived in Paris, France for 12 years, and I toured Germany quite often, and I really liked the train, the ICE. So we picked up the ICE 3 from Germany, and we have the Amtrak. I'm pulling Walters, Bachmann, as well as Atlas passenger cars. There will be more to be added. Then I'm using the Burlington line, which will be pulling all the California Zephyr passenger cars. And then I have the Monin, the Hoosier line that no longer exists really. They're really hard to find, which is my Indiana freight, which also delivered through Illinois as well. So let's start here, which is my yard area. On this end here, what you will see, this will be my train servicing, just more or less the cars, and we're going to put a building on this end to facilitate those guys. If you go farther down, you see I'm using the switches, which will all be hooked up, and I'll be able to command all the turns and switches rather than run around the track and switch them by hand. And on this end, what we're going to do is put my engine housing facility. So there will be a building on this end as well. So your outer line will be your German ICE line. I'm going to go this way. As you see, you have the German ICE line. This is just a passing lane line here. We got the Amtrak line. We got the Burlington line, and then the inside line is the Monin. Every line will be able to access the yard except for the German ICE. I just really wanted him to go around in a circle pretty fast because he's a lot faster than all the other trains. Just thought it would be neat to add him. So there you see the line up. You got the German ICE, you have the Amtrak with the Walters Superliner. I'm thinking actually to trade my others in and go with all the Walters because I like their new installation kit. It's really cool and they light up nice and bright. And then inside we have the Burlington. That's a really cool engine, and I will probably add maybe 3 or 4 more California Zephyr passenger cars. Then we go to my Monin, the Hoosier line, representing Illinois Central, the Monin car, and then the Indiana Harbor caboose. I will also be expanding that with more freight cars. So as you can see, we've written into the board right here, we're going to have passenger, a loading platform that will load the Amtrak and the ICE as well as the Burlington. So it'll be pretty long, and everything on this board will be lit. All my lines. The German ice is lit. He actually talks in English and German, so that's pretty cool. And then inside here, we had the idea of making slums like under the Wabash Bridge in Chicago. A lot of the bums live there, so we're gonna put a road through there, maybe some telephone lines, some slum buildings and all that, to really give it that downtown poor effect, I should say. And all around, we have tons of room. I'm just kind of happy that we got it up and going. And the other thing I came up with was, it's kind of hard deciding if I wanted to paint a Chicago back scene. And I said, oh, screw that. And we decided to go with the old trick, the mirror effect. So it makes the train look super long. So we have this mirror on this end. I'm not totally completed yet. You can see some of my buildings already getting ready for the layout. Then we have another mirror, which will be the length of that wall as well. So you'll see the opposite side of the board. And the mirror effect is really cool once everything is lit. You know, once I get all my lights, and there will be lights in all the buildings. And we also have a mirror on that side. So our next step basically is gonna be to ballast. And I think I want to go with kind of the medium ballast, a brown, for some parts of the track. Then the other, I'm gonna do like a mix of black and gray underneath one of the rails or one of the lines. And now the next step after the ballast will be to start wiring the board to the command. I have tons of these switchers, and it's gonna be pretty intense. And my command station will all be going underneath the board here with drawers. We'll build shelves on each section of the legs to store all my cars and all my trains. So let's see if we can have it up and running. So let's see if I can show you a little bit what's going on. So we got my monitor going. Amtrak line. Ice line. And we get the barrel going. And you notice the ice is super fast. And that's the first test. I'll be back with another update once I get to the next level. Bye-bye.